Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are exploring the powerful developer tools available in all major web browsers. Yes, whether you are using Chrome, Firefox or Edge, these tools are right at your fingertips. Let's dive and see how they can supercharge your web development workflow. To view the developer tools, you can right mouse click and then click inspect. You can change the orientation of developer tool. Look for the three-dot menu icon, usually located at the top right corner of the developer tools panel. Now let's move over to the elements panel in the developer tools. This panel is your gateway to the DOM. Here you can inspect and live edit HTML and CSS. Let's select an element on the page. You can do this by right clicking on any part of the web page and selecting and inspect. Once you have selected an element, you will see it highlighted in the elements panel. You can expand and collapse nodes to explore the DOM tree. Each node represents an HTML element, and you can see its attribute and sibling. One of the most powerful features of element panel is the ability to live edit your HTML and CSS. Click on any HTML elements to edit its content directly. You can also modify CSS styles in real time. Let's change the background color of this element. You can also add new elements or delete existing ones. Right click on any elements you want to make comprehensive changes. You can even edit the content, the text. Also, you can right click and select to delete the element. This is great for testing modification quickly without having to reload the page. After you are satisfied with your change, you can apply the same change on your actual files. The useful feature is box model visualization. When you select an element, you can see its margin, border, padding, and content dimension. This helps you to understand how elements are laid out on the page. Now let's talk about force states. Force states allow you to apply different states to elements to see how they behave. For example, you can force an element into its hover state or active focus or visited state. This is particularly useful for testing interactive elements like button and links. So next up is a console panel where you can execute JavaScript on the fly. Simply type your JavaScript code into the console and hit the enter to see the result instantly. So another handy feature is the ability to inspect and manipulate the DOM directly from the console. So in this case, I'm going to change the body background color. Now you can see the body background color is changed to light blue. Using the network panel, you even can make the API call using the JavaScript and see the data, what the API is returning. That's very useful when you are actually working on the real project. Furthermore, the console panel supports various advanced features like console.table, which displays the data in a table format. This is useful for viewing and analyzing data structure like arrays and objects. Next one is sources panel. Here you can see all the source files that make up your site, set breakpoints, and step through your code. Let's start by exploring the interface. On the left, you see a list of all the files that your web page loads. You can open any of these files by clicking on them. In my case, I'm running the Angular app, so you can see the TypeScript file. So if you are working on different framework, the file type will be based on that. Uh, Once you have opened a file, you can set the breakpoints by clicking on the line numbers. Let's set a breakpoint and reload the page to see it in action. With the code pause, you can use the scope pane to inspect the current values of your variables and the stack pane to understand the sequence of function calls that led to this point. This is invaluable for tracking down bugs and understanding the complex code flows. You can also step through your code line by line using the buttons at the top of your source panel. This allows you to see your code executes in real time. And also you can use console panel along with the source panel side by side, so that it's also very helpful to debug the issue. You can see here it's already logging the logs that we have on the code. So this is also very useful feature that you can use together. Next one is network panel, where you can monitor all the network requests made by your web application, including HTML, CSS, JavaScript files, image, fonts, and more. Once the network panel is open, reload your web page to start capturing the network activity. You'll see a list of all the requests made by your web application. Each request provides detailed information such as the request URL, method, status code, and type of the resource. One of the key features of the network panel is the ability to inspect individual requests. Click on any request to see more detail, including headers, preview, response timing, and cookies. This information helps you to understand what data is being sent and received and how each request tracks. You can use the search box at the top to filter your API and view the content, the response in a JSON format, and also use the preview tab to see in a concise format. Here you can see all the data that it fetched by that API call. The network panel also allows you to filter requests by type. For example, you can filter to see only XSR requests, scripts, or emails. This makes it easier to focus on specific types of network activity that your app is doing. Additionally, the network panel provides performance metrics like load time and download size. You can sort the request by these metrics to identify the heaviest and slowest resources and optimize them to improve your web application performance. It has also a useful feature, the ability to simulate the different network condition. You can throttle the network to emulate the slower connections such as 3G. This helps you see how your web application performs under various network conditions and identify the performance bottleneck. Last but not least, next one is application panel. For this, I'm using the Microsoft website to give the demo on this. So this powerful feature is essential for managing your web application, storage, service worker, and more. Let's take a closer look. The application panel provides a comprehensive view of everything related to your web application, storage, and background services. First, let's explore the storage section. Here you can manage local storage, session storage, index DB, and cookies. And local storage and session storage are used to store key value pairs. Local storage persists data even after the browser is closed, while session storage only persists data for duration of the page session. You can view, edit, and delete these storage items directly from the application panel. We have cookies section too. This section allows you to see all the cookies set by your web application, including their values and expiration dates and other attributes. You can also modify or delete cookies as needed. Another critical feature is cache storage. In this example, there is no cache stored. But this section shows the cache created by your service worker and a web application. You can inspect the content of each cache, clear them if needed to manage your web application resources effectively. Alright folks, we covered a lot of ground today, from power of elements panel for live editing HTML and CSS to console panel where you can execute JavaScript and debug your code in real time. We explore the sources panel, which is invaluable for viewing and debugging your JavaScripts, setting breakpoints, and stepping through your code. Then we jump into network panel to monitor and optimize your web application, network activity, and finally, we delve into the application panel to manage storage, service, workers, and much more. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.